Hello and welcome to part 5 of our coverage of the 2018 Tuner's Edge GTR Challenge. Now, running a 10 at Cootamundra used to be the norm in a GTR, with only a few cars going into the 9s. But this year, we had an astonishing 18 cars join the RH9 Club and 4 cars join the 8-second Club. Now, the biggest decider between running a 9 and a 10 is usually tyres. You need a drag radial to go into the 9s at Cootamundra on that surface, but some people still turn up on street tyres and R-comps as they want to drive it the way they drive it on the street and just have some fun. Now, in this episode, we're going to take a look at the remaining cars in the Just Engine Management 10-second Club.
A car we were happy to see out of the shed and back in action was Julian's R32 GTR. Sporting an old-school Garrett GT47 on the Matux Racing built RB 3026, the combo still makes well over 1,000 horsepower.
That's a big turbo.
Yeah.
How big is it?
4788.
Jesus.
So this was actually built back in 2013. This is the first big GTR that I think Matux built. It was basically a little sister of his race car. And then I put the 4-wheel drive in it. I think this is the first Turbo 400 that adapted the 4-wheel drive system.
Yeah, the altitude, eh?
Yeah. I raced it back in 2013.
So it's been a while.
Yeah, it went 880, 158.
Really?
It was making, I think, 750 horsepower, so
it's coming out of retirement, Cuda.
pretty much, yeah.
I like that. Have you changed much? Just freshen it up?
Just ignition system. A couple of weeks ago with Matux, I think it made 1180 on the dyno. It's only on 44 pounds, but the wastegate spring wouldn't give it any more, so
yeah,
we left it at that.
Julian only got one pass in before the storm hit on Friday and couldn't make it back Saturday due to work commitments. It was only a lazy launch to blow out the cobwebs and have a test run, but the car is mental. Herman from Platinum Racing Products and event sponsor was out to test some new products on his personal R33. The prototype resin-filled RB25 block uses stock RB26 crank and an RB26 built head. The entire Platinum catalogue is installed, including engine brace, trigger kit, coil pack kit and more. The Precision 6870 Turbo can make up to 1,000 horsepower when squeezed, but the car was on more like 800 horsepower for the event. Power goes through an OS 88 sequential, but with street tyres under the guards, traction was an issue. Next up is Peter's car, built and tuned by Croydon Racing Developments. It lives up to its number plates with a 3.2 stroker, Precision 8285 turbo, Haltech ECU, and over 900 wheel horsepower. The PPG 6-speed sequential transmission puts that power to the ground. Chris Mullins returned to Cootamundra with his Pt5 Racing built and tuned R32. A baby by the event standards, it has stock capacity and a 6870 turbo. The Haltech is tuned to over 800 horsepower and he runs the stock 5-speed gearbox. Brothers Brandon and James bought out RB King, another Pt5 Racing built machine. Sporting a Nitto 2.8 stroker, 6870 turbo, Haltech ECU and an OS Geekin gear set, it is a fun street car with 900 horsepower. Nick returned with his R32, which stands out as one of the only GTRs to run a body kit. It runs a 2.8 stroker, and although there is modern hypertune gear on the inlet side, it runs an old-school gangster HKS T62R turbo. The Haltech was tuned by Mix Motorsport to make over 1,000 horsepower and goes to the ground via a PPG 5-speed dog engagement gear set. The quickest car in the Just Engine Management 10-second club was Mark's R33 GTR, built by B2R Motorsport. Built for torque and response, the RB3026 has a Nitto 3.2-litre stroker and a relatively small 6870 turbo, making a modest but torquey 900 horsepower. With a PPG 5-speed dog engagement gear set, it's a fun, responsive setup.
That brings us to the end of our solo run coverage for the 2018 Tuner's Edge GTR Challenge. In our next episode is something we don't get to see enough of in Australia, and that is GTRs doing some heads-up racing. It's the Matooks Racing GTR Drag Battle Shootout. Now don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share the videos, and if you want to buy any of our headlight ducks or GTR merchandise, head to our website, motivedvd.com. See you next time.